Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Super Vegito, one of the original anniversary units. I think he's the first anniversary unit if I'm not mistaken, for DB Legends, and basically just how good he can be in Legends still. Now obviously he's fallen off quite a bit from his heyday. This guy was one of the first very dominant units. Of course, I think he was the first Legends limited character as well. His kit is not bad, but is definitely lacking some of what's needed. So he's got restoration and key restoration on his main ability. This is still actually at a good ratio, 30% and 50 key. He's got arcade draw speed, which is also surprisingly still very, very good. And he has a cancelling enemy attribute upgrade. So he's got a decent amount of damage inflicted there as well. The big thing that keeps him somewhat relevant is in the starting phases of the fight, he has quite a lot of damage inflicted boost. So he's got damage inflicted boost from his main ability, damage inflicted boost when he enters the battlefield of 40%, strike damage, blast damage, special move damage, all inflicted for 20 timer counts when he first uses the card. An extra 30% strike damage inflicted against tag regen, which you're going to see come in handy in this next battle, plus 10% of damage inflicted by allies when he uses an arts card. And yeah, plus 30% to damage inflicted straight off the bat from a Zenkai. So it's just good stuff. The things that he's lacking though is against non-regen units, he loses some of that stack and viability, and his raw stats and everything are just a little bit outdated by now. Especially in terms of damage reduction. Although surprisingly tanky, especially if you have him at a high star value, he's not omega tanky. You know, he'll be tanky enough against green characters, but any half decent yellow is going to shred him a little bit. Just is what it is. The key recovery on the Big Bang attack, the key recovery on the main ability, and the key recovery that he has on his, increased key recovery on his green card, are actually all, weirdly enough, solid abilities for the current meta and the way things are shaped up. So those have aged actually really well. His tempo also has aged decently because of all his arts card draw speed upgrades, but you can definitely feel like his kit is probably, I'd say, 65% of what a Legends Limited character would have now. Now, of course, they can still give this guy a plat. He's got one plat, and it is not the best. His plat is pretty old. Just gives him a nice sizable boost to his strike attack and ultimate damage. Not that that's bad, it just isn't anything super spectacular. He could do with like a proper plat. Like he could do with like a new plat, give him those big chunky flat boosts, you know, 30%, 35%, 40%, give him those boosts, give him some more damage reduction off of the third slot, give him some more key recovery, and give him some more damage inflicted. And you'll have him back into speed, I think. Look, he's not going to decimate people. His kit doesn't have, like, it's very hard even through equipment and stuff, once you've Zenkai'd a unit, to add things into, like, enough into their kit, you know, like with just equips and things alone. Unless you bring out 3 consecutive equips for him that all affect passives and boost him, you can't radically change the kit of a unit. But just because he's simple by today's standards doesn't mean he's not effective. Like I said, he can do decent damage, he still has cover change, he still has good key recovery, he still has decent damage inflicted in the first 20 timer counts. Just double down on that. Let him be double as effective in the first 20, 30, 40 timer counts, and then let him, once defeated or anything, have a very nice boost to the rest of the allies on rotation. Then you kind of have a role for him. He's going to be an initial burst DPS that then can kind of be used as fodder to essentially boost the rest of your allies. I think there is scope to do that with him. All in all, he is cool. I do still like him. He's one of the first Legends Limited characters a lot of players will have got. I don't know what they could do to fix him, but with the feeling that it could be Super Vegito for this anniversary, I wonder if they'll do something with him. I think it will be very interesting if they do. I do think he is in the space where he needs a little something, but I think for me, he's definitely, how can I say, he's definitely still not terrible. Not the same unit he was by any means, but he's a solid-ish green solution. He's just definitely not meta, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I would say overall, if I'm being honest, I really like him. I still really like him. I still think he does a decent chunk considering the simplicity of his kit. And I think, his boost is what I still really like. The health boost, the Fusion Warrior boost, the Purple Saiyan boost. It's gonna stand the test of time. His Z boost, bar none, will always be effective. That's it from me. Let me know what you think of Vegito. Short one, but I think we see enough. He's an old unit, so I don't want to run him through the mill.